morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. My name is Ellen. We're here for gentle yoga. So to be prepared for our yoga practice today, gentle yoga is, my style is a vinyasa flow, very slow flow vinyasa, modified to be gentle on the knees, the hips, and the shoulders. So in order to be prepared for some postures where we may want to have a little padding or a little extra reach, I always encourage you to grab some yoga blankets, a couple of yoga blocks. So 2 blocks, 2 blankets, that's kind of the go-to for me. Maybe a yoga strap if you have a yoga strap, great for some of the earlier hamstring stretches that we'll do. Otherwise, if you don't have a yoga blanket, any beach towel or a couple of towels that are larger, about the same size, work great too. I like to get them prepared in advance. So this is folded to what I call kind of a bolster size blanket. You could use a yoga bolster too if you have bolsters. Kind of a log, a little flat log. This isn't one of the larger blankets. They're slightly different sizes. So if you fold your blanket, kind of starting, this would be in half, one of these big old yoga blankets. Just fold it in half again, then again. And then once you've got it about this size, about as long as your torso, fold it into thirds so that the tassels will end up being on the small end. Kind of depends on the blanket size that you have too. You can get 3, maybe 4 folds out of it. So this is ready then. You can have it nearby. It's ready to kneel on. It's ready to kind of drop your hips open onto. So I like to just set them right off to the side within reach. A couple of yoga blocks as well, same purpose. And also we can start or do any of our seated postures on a blanket, couple blankets, or a block. So welcome. Let's start today. Do our grounding and centering in mountain pose or Tadasana. So find a nice comfortable standing posture. You can always start if your body just really feels like being seated or lying down. You can start that way too. I'll start cueing to do things when we're standing, but you can always join us standing when you're ready. So feet about hips width into the earth. Separate your toes really wide, but light. Set the toes down. Inhale, maybe a few shoulder rolls here. So shrug your shoulders up to the ears and then roll them back down. So we're getting our shoulders loosened up a little bit, our chest, so that we can rest now in mountain with our palms facing forward a little bit, but our arms relaxed by our sides. Tucking our tailbone in, tucking our ribs in, maybe a little tuck to the chin. Standing up nice and tall. So rooting into the earth, growing tall, and then perhaps closing the eyes. You can certainly have eyes open as well. We'll just start with centering the mind, focusing on the breath, and shifting our style of breath into more of a yoga conducive breath. So the yoga style breath is breathing in and out through the nose. So take a few really long, deep breaths here. As you inhale, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Notice how we grow taller, we expand the side body and the back body as well. Long breath out, finding emptiness. Maybe a little suspense with emptiness. A little suspense with fullness. So we're more observing the pause on each end of the breath as we find our own pace of breath. Take a few more breaths here. So if you're lying down, you could come to seated. We can do the next few seated. If we're standing, we can remain standing. Still remaining internally focused. Bring a little bit of movement back to the fingers, the wrists, the hands. Feel some sensation in the forearms. Maybe wave the fingers around. Beautiful. All right, on the inhale, reach all the way up to sky, gazing up to sky. Create a little back bend. Maybe a little back bend in the neck. So when we allow our head to fall back in any posture, make sure you can swallow and breathe. Make sure you can relax. And we'll take hands to heart. Release back to mountain pose. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Moving into sun arms. So inhale, arms reach up. We'll open the arms out to a T. And then bend the elbows. On the inhale, fingers come to shoulders. Exhale, open. Inhale, fingers to heart. Exhale, release back to mountain. Inhale, sky. Two more of those. Exhale to heart. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, open. Inhale, fingers to shoulders. Exhale, open. Inhale, fingers to heart. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, sky. Deep breath. Exhale, heart. Inhale, open the arms up. Exhale, out. Inhale, fingers to shoulders. Exhale, open. Inhale, fingers to heart. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. We'll do a few arm circles here, shoulder rolls. So arms come forward and down, back, up, and over, forward and down. A few times like this. If you're seated, you can find your way to standing. If you're already standing, you're good. Then we'll switch directions. So inhale, reaching up. Maybe we create a little back bend as we're up. Really feel that stretch in the shoulders. Maybe in the underarms, the chest, the pecs. One more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. On the exhale, we'll keep a back bend, keep the body tall, but open the elbows, goalpost arms. Feel your shoulder blades drop down. Feel your shoulder blades kind of pinching together here. Maybe we draw the elbows down to the side. Inhale, sky. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart. And we'll slide our hands forward down the body into half lift. So pause here with your hands to the knees or the shins. Little tuck to the chin. Draw the belly in. Shoulder blades are staying down away from so shoulder blades moving down your rib cage. That draws the shoulders away from the ears. Our tailbone back, the crown of our head forward. Breathing, nice long spine, half lift. Maybe we can slide just a little further forward and down. Find that nice hamstring stretch. Gentling into it, make sure you can relax. Beautiful. Now bend your knees. See if you can let your ribs rest on your thighs. You can have a big bend to the knees here. Maybe even holding opposite elbow. Nice and loose. Sway the torso. Breathing so our feet are still parallel, hips width. Nice loose spine. Heavy head is helping. Little leverage here so that we can loosen up the postural muscles, helping to lengthen space between the vertebra, all those back muscles. Beautiful. Beginning to lengthen the legs again. A little more length to the legs. Any amount of bend in your knees, just however much you're ready for. In your hamstrings. Inhale back to our half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up to sky. Reach and gaze, palms together. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Inhale, sky, a little different this time. Arms reach, shoulder blades drop down. We'll lean to the right. Get a nice long lateral stretch. I like to first start by trying to keep the head centered between the arms. If you like, right fingers could circle left wrist. You could help lengthen that left arm. Or you could release the right arm. Inhale, sky, nice and tall. Exhale, leaning left. Breathing. Inhale, sky, centered. On the exhale, goalpost arms open. The shoulders, the chest. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. As far down as you're ready for. Any amount of bend in your knees. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way up to sky. Reach and gaze. Beautiful. Shoulders down. Let's go one more time to the right. Lateral stretch. Inhale, sky. Reach and gaze. Exhale, leaning left. Right side stretch. Inhale, sky. Exhale, goalpost arms. Chest stretch. Inhale to sky. Beautiful. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Release, mountain. Beautiful. So a little different this time, mountain pose, similar to the next posture, Samastiti. So just turn your palms in. The arms are internally rotating. And then we're in Samastiti. Inhale, chair pose. Knees bend, arms lift. Seat goes back. Arms come forward. So body is leaning forward, kind of a lightning bolt. Toes are light. Weight is back. Balls of the feet to the heels. Shoulders down. Beautiful. Option, hands to heart. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up to sky. So arms parallel. One more chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees bend, seat back, gazing forward. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. This time when we come up, we'll come back to our chair. Knees bend, arms lift. Beautiful, so settle back. It's kind of like you're trying to reach back. Seat trying to find a chair back there. Palms straight ahead. Keep the left hand right where it is. Open the right arm to the right and back. We'll take our gaze over right shoulder. A little twist here. Beautiful. Inhale, forward. Exhale, left. Left arm back. Gaze over left. Inhale, forward. All the way up to sky. Beautiful. Release. Tadasana, mountain. So palms together overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's lift our forearms to elbows to shoulder height. Forearms together. Right elbow under left. Eagle arms. Turn it a little angle here. So if you want a little more, you could wrap your wrists. You could lift a little higher. If you want to take the edge off a little, maybe you hug. Beautiful, so shoulders stretch, kind of loosen up those shoulders. Keep your tailbone tucked, your seat tucked in as you bend your knees. So body stays tall. Weight goes into our left foot. We'll peel that right heel off. So a little tiptoe with that right foot. When you're not using right foot for balance, lift it up and over. Maybe we can seal that space between our legs. Gazing forward. You could tiptoe on the right side or wrap the toe around the ankle. Breathing. Something fun to try in eagle pose. If you have your toe down, it's a little easier to experiment here. Maybe you lift your elbows a little higher in your gaze. A little more of a back bend. Some lineages practice more of a back bend. And on the exhale, we'll take our upper arms to our chest and begin to round forward. Some lineages of yoga practice more of a rounded version. This would be a variation. Beautiful. Inhale, tall again. And we'll come back to mountain. Release. Beautiful. Right arm to sky. Get some shoulder stretches here. Right elbow bends, so right fingertips touch the shoulder blades. Option one, left arm can come up and over. So we're supporting the posture by holding the elbow. So we should feel a stretch in the tricep here, the right tricep. So option two, left arm could come up from behind and under. So a little pause with your forearm resting on your low back. Maybe you kind of sneak the hand up a little closer to the fingertips. Breathing. Beautiful. And release. These are our cow face arms. posture called cow face. Other side, palms together overhead, forearms together, elbows at shoulder height. This time, left elbow under right, so we'll do the other side. You can decide if you want to lift a little higher, if you want to wrap the wrists, or if you want to hug opposite shoulder. Little tuck to the chin, little tuck to the tail as we bend our knees. So this time, body tall, but weight goes in the right foot. So left toe is tiptoeing, nice and light. If you're feeling balanced, you could cross left leg over right. You could tiptoe on the other side. So just that little reminder, your toe touching down, gives your brain the signal where the earth is. It's easier to balance. Just a little reminder there. Maybe the back bend style. Inhale, you could lift a little higher, the elbows, the gaze. Beautiful. Challenges your balance to move the drishti, the gaze. Dropping our upper arms to the chest now, little tuck to the chin. As we round the spine forward, just an option. You can stay tall. One more breath here. Beautiful. Inhale, tall. And we'll come back to mountain. Release. All right, back of the mat, facing the length of your mat, Tadasana or mountain. Inhale, sky. Beautiful. We better do the other side. So bend your left elbow, left fingertips touch the left shoulder blades. Right arm could come up and over. Almost forgot about that. Option 2, right arm can come up from behind. So first we get that shoulder stretch, kind of rolling under. Maybe this is plenty of stretch. Maybe you can kind of inch the fingertips toward each other. Very functional stretch. Able to button those last few buttons on the neck, on your shirt, your dress. Beautiful. And release. Unwind those arms. There's our mountain pose. Inhale to sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll start by stepping left foot forward. So take up about half the space on your mat, half the length of your mat. Little narrower stance. It's not super narrow, but it's not super long either. So left toes forward, right heel angles back. You can adjust the angle of that back heel. That adjusts your hip. Body nice and tall, facing left leg. On the exhale, long spine folds toward left leg. Think of this as a half lift. So aim for finding half lift. Good posture to have a block as well. Kind of set the block where you wish your hand was touching on the earth. Breathing. Takes a little bit of the balance work out. So you can relax the hamstring. So we're going for a nice long hamstring stretch. Back of the left leg while keeping spine long. Beautiful pyramid pose. Inhale as we come tall. And we'll rotate our body toward the right and open the arms out to the sides. Triangle pose. So reach into your left arm. Really lengthen until you feel a good stretch in the left hamstring. Keep your body in position right there. Windmill the arms. Right arm goes straight above the shoulder, straight up to sky. Left arm directly beneath, so a vertical line. Turn the neck to gaze up. Trikonasana. So you could be a little higher, you could be a little lower. Please don't feel like you're supposed to be trying to reach the earth. Sometimes when we do that, we kind of invariably rotate the body toward the earth. We want to keep our body forward and up. Beautiful. Inhale as we come tall. Reverse, right arm back, left arm lifts. Little side stretch, little back bend. Inhale. Beautiful. Body tall, arms parallel to earth, right over the feet there. All right, let's bend to the left knee now. So big bend to the knee. Do you see how my left knee is way in front of my heel? It means I need a longer stance. So you can separate the feet a little longer. Left knee right over left ankle. Heel to heel alignment. Front foot to back. Shoulders stay right over hips. Kind of a vertical torso there. Neck turns to gaze toward the left. Take a little peek at your left knee. I want to make sure you can see that left toe. Beautiful. Virabhadrasana 2. Peaceful warrior. Right arm drops back as the left arm lifts. Gazing up. Breathing. Try to relax. One more breath. We'll come back to our warrior 2. Beautiful. Right into extended side angle. Left elbow to left thigh, right arm to sky, gazing up to sky. So here's our starting point. We're kind of leaning into that leg. You can take the lean out. Left arm could reach toward earth. Get a little deeper that way. Right arm could reach toward left a little more as well. One more breath here, side angle. Inhale, reverse, peaceful warrior. Right arm back, left arm lifts. Beautiful. Warrior two. We'll straighten both legs. So now turn all of your toes toward the right. We're in a very wide stance here with parallel feet. We'll just start with our hands on our thighs. Inhale tall, so keep your seat tucked in. On the exhale, half lift. Seat goes back, body goes forward. Pause at half lift. See how that feels. Draw the belly in. Breathing. If you want to go a little deeper, just keep on going. So you could stay in half lift if you like. Focus on that hamstring stretch. If it feels better to just kind of release, you could go as far forward as feels good. Kind of like a rag doll if you want to add movement. You can move your hips side to side. Get way up high into those hamstrings. Right up where they meet the glutes. More stillness. You can re-angle the heels as well. So feel free to separate the feet wider or narrower. Turn the heels in or out. One more option here. Working on shoulders today. Interlocking hands behind the back. Extending the arms. You feel your shoulders kind of rotate. Internal rotation at the shoulder. And then maybe gravity takes the arms forward. You can decide how that feels for your body. One more breath. Make sure all these things we practice in yoga feel comfortable for your body. You can always back out a little or modify if you need. Beautiful. Release the arms if they're bound. Then we'll come to half lift. So hands on the earth directly beneath your shoulders if you can reach. If you can't reach, good posture to have that block for. You can be up a little higher on a block. If you don't have a block, you can have your hands on your knees. So earth block or knees. Left hand comes to center. Right arm opens up toward the sky. So that left hand could stay on your left knee as well. Kind of an option might be a little higher. Revolved triangle, reaching up, gazing up. Push the earth away with your left hand as you reach and extend with the right. Beautiful. We'll come back to that half lift. So this time right hand at center. Left arm opens up toward the sky. Breathing. Reaching up, gazing up. Sometimes when we're feeling like a little too far forward, it's hard to get that rotation, that gazing up. Blocks are wonderful. You could be up a little higher even. Beautiful. Back to our half lift. And we'll bend our knees now as we come tall. Beautiful. And we'll come back to the back of our mat, facing the length of your mat. Other side. Inhale, sky, reach and gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Now we'll step our right foot forward. So remember, we're taking up about half the length of our mat. You can kind of learn what your stride is here as you practice pyramid more. So left heel angles back, left toes angle out, right toes forward. Long spine inhale. Exhale, half lift forward toward that right leg. Breathing. So the whole time, keeping that spine long. Pay attention to how that feels in the back of the right leg. Wonderful posture to have the block for. Hand could just rest on the block. Blankets can work for that as well. Beautiful. Fine tune this posture. Try to swivel your hips slightly. Right hip back, kind of a clockwise rotation. Small little movement. How does that feel in your hamstring? Beautiful. Inhale. Let's come back to our body tall. We'll rotate our body toward the left. Arms parallel to earth. Same stance, but reach into that right arm. So searching for that hamstring stretch, back of the right leg. Once you find it, keep your body still. Windmill your arms. Right arm intersects with the front leg. Left arm straight up to sky. Neck turns to gaze up. So we're zipping up the spine. Draw the belly in. Little rotation. Breathing. Utthita. Trikonasana means extended. Nice long extended spine. Beautiful. Inhale as we come tall and reverse. Left arm back. Right arm lifts. Gazing up. Little side stretch, little back bend, just as far as feels good for you right now. Body tall, arms parallel to earth. Here's our warrior two, so that right knee bends. Remember, we want that knee over ankle, so you might have to lengthen your stance a little bit. Heel to heel alignment, front foot to back. Shoulders stay right over hips. Neck turns to gaze toward the right arm. Beautiful. Right toes are light. Left heel angles back. So adjusting that back heel in any of the warriors, adjust the posture for your hip. So adjusting the foot kind of adjusts the angle of your femur and your hip. Beautiful. Peaceful warrior. Left arm back, right arm lifts. Couple breaths here. Right toes are light. Beautiful. Let's come back to our warrior two and then right on into that extended side angle. Right elbow to right thigh, left arm to sky, neck turns to gaze up. Breathing. Left arm could angle further right. Right arm could reach toward the earth. You want to take the lean out of it. Also gives you a little leverage for a little more twisting the body forward and up. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse. Peaceful warrior. Left arm back, right arm lifts. And release. Both legs long. And we'll turn all of our toes to face the left now. A little narrower stance. I'm going to toe heel in a little narrower. And we'll start with our heels in and our toes out, which is open hips. So again, heels adjust hips. Body tall. A little tuck to the tailbone, the seat, the chin. Knees bend. So we start with that nice long spine, utthita, so that we stay tall as we bend the knees. It's tempting to round the belly. So try to keep it all tucked in. Knees right over heels. You can move your heels right beneath the knees. Toes light. Hands to heart. Garland. Malasana. Mala, the mala beads, the prayer beads. Inhale, legs long, arms reach. Open and out. Star pose, kind of like the YMCA symbol. Shoulders drop down. Star. Goalpost arms. Back into the knees. For goddess. Palms could turn to face the head. Beautiful. Inhale, star. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more flow. Inhale, star. Exhale, goalpost arms back into the knees. Inhale, star. Last one. Back into our garland or malasana. Beautiful. Legs long. Toe heel together. Good hop back to center as well. Mountain pose, Tadasana, hands to heart. Namaskara. Beautiful. Set the focus off in the distance now. We're moving into balance. Key to balance is rooting into the earth. Zipping up your body, focusing your concentration. Breathing. Transfer the weight into your left foot. Peel that right heel off. So right tiptoe, nice and light there. Body centers over left leg. And we'll move it right into our tree pose. So right hip turns open, right knee opens right. Could have a toe down. Could lift the foot to the inner calf or the upper thigh. Beautiful. Lots of arm options as well. One more little thing we could do. We call that kind of a little signal when we have toe down, proprioception. You could do that with your finger as well. If you're near a wall or something, lightly touch. Just give the brain the ability to do that triangulation. A lot easier to balance. Focus, focus. One more breath here. Lots of arm options in tree. Vrksasana. Beautiful. Release back to mountain. 2 feet down. Inhale to sky. Exhale to heart, right through midline. There's our center. Weight goes into right foot. Left heel lifts off. So feel that whole body zip up. It's like you've got a zipper on your right toe all the way up the body. And when you're not using left to balance, we can open hip. Turn that left knee open. Beautiful. Toe down. Foot on the inner calf or the upper thigh. Breathing. Concentrating. One more breath. Vrksasana. Vrks or Vrksh asana. Back to mountain. 2 feet down. Hold your focus. We just keep building onto that focus. Don't lose it. Palms together overhead. Inhale. We'll open our arms out for star. So let your shoulder blades drop down. Reach out into your fingertips without lifting your shoulders. Let our body weight go into the left foot as we open the right leg out to the right. So lots of energy pushing into the earth, leaning toward the left. Right arm goes straight up to sky. So we're searching for symmetry here. Another version of star. Breathing. So you could be wider. Lift the arms. Lift the leg a little higher, a little more lean. Or narrower, toe down. Beautiful. One more breath here. Star. Back to mountain. We practice our balanced postures. Try to find time during the week to do this on your own if you can. Find your center, Tadasana. Find your postures. We'll do the other side. Inhale, open your arms. Up and out. Shoulder blades drop down. Weight goes into right foot. Left foot opens out to left. Leaning toward the right. Left arm straight up to sky. So this could be any balanced posture. Count the breath. Long, deep breath. It's almost like in yoga practice, time disappears. It's only breath. It's not time. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Remember, you could be wider or narrower. Back to mountain. Hands to heart. Hold the concentration. Forward fold. So feet hips width. Kind of come through half lift if you like. Remind the body we're stretching those hamstrings. Forward fold. Breath or 2. Beautiful. Now when we're ready, we'll come all the way down to our seat. You can just come on down. If you have nice, healthy, flexible knees, we'll come through Yogi Squats. So bending knees straight ahead. Fingertips are down here. Set your focus off in the distance, still in a little balance if you're practicing Yogi Squat. It's a lot of tension on the knees, though, if you have sensitive knees. So just an option for gentle. Beautiful. All the way down onto our seat. Let's extend our legs now. Staff pose, Tadasana. So feet are about hips width apart. Move the flesh out from under your seat. Lots of length all the way out into your heels, so draw your toes back. Hands by your sides. We're tucking our belly in, lengthening up nice and tall, maybe even a little tuck to the chin. That's our staff pose, Tadasana, kind of our center for seated. Long spine folds forward. Walk those fingers forward till you feel resistance. Pause when you feel resistance and just relax for a moment. You can relax the legs. I like to wiggle my toes. Just settling in. Maybe you decide, oh, I could lengthen a little more from sitting bone to heel. Maybe inhale a little more length from tailbone to crown. And exhale the ease. Let's take one more breath. So it's not about reaching your feet or anything. Just easing forward. Beautiful. Inhale as we come tall. So there's a lot of different ways we can practice, a lot of different intentions for that forward fold, kind of chin to knee stuff. Sometimes it's reaching for the feet if you've got real loose hamstrings, but other times it's not. Sometimes it's even rounding the spine, just letting yourself feel flexion for a while. All right, let's bend our right knee. Plant the right foot. Keep your left leg long. So hips are neutral here. See how far you can bring your right thigh up in toward your body. So zip that body up tall, axial extension. So our right thigh is the support for our body. Interlock your fingers to make that basket weave We'll take the hand under the right foot and lengthen the body again. Now, if your arms aren't long enough, they might not reach under your foot. You can just hold your heel or your shin, and we'll lift the right lower leg parallel to the earth. So body stays tall. Gaze or drishti is on our right toes, slowly adding a little more length into the right leg. So you can hold the leg however you like. Don't worry if you can't lengthen the leg fully. It's just important how you feel the stretch in your hamstring. Doesn't matter if you're getting it with a fully extended leg or not. Breathing. Beautiful. This is a variation on heron pose, gentler on the knees. Do something different with that left leg in some lineages. Beautiful. So we'll bend the right knee, plant the right foot, and moving into a seated spinal twist. So if you want a more gentle version, you can keep your right foot planted right where it is. If you want a little more leverage, you could cross the right leg to the other side of your left. Lengthen your spine. Zip that body up nice and tall. I like to start with arms by sides. So option 1, left arm reaches up to sky, and it crosses in front of your body. So you make a little leverage with that upper arm, kind of pushes the knee left. Or you could just hug. Left arm could hug the right knee. Zip your body up tall as we turn the neck to gaze around to the right. So nice long extended spine. It's always at the very center of our twist. Breathing. Axial extension. We wring the spine out. All those muscles out around the long spine. Left leg relaxed. Shoulder relaxed. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then unwind. Untwist your torso. Beautiful. So you can just kind of rest your right leg, wherever it's at here. If you've got your foot planted on the right, you can just kind of let it sit there. If it's over to the left, maybe you just kind of let the shin rest on the leg. So here's where we practice that cow face pose. Right arm to sky. Right elbow bends. Fingertips touch the shoulder blades. Left arm can come up and over, or left arm can come up from under. Breathing. So again, this is just one variation on cow face pose, where it's a little gentler on the knees, the hips. Beautiful. And release the arms. All right, we'll come on back to our staff pose. Both legs long. Find your center. So not only with our body with symmetry, but also the mind, the body, the breath. We'll bend our left knee, plant the left foot, and bring your left heel in a little closer to your body. Just find that magic point, that good alignment, so your left thigh is support for your ribs and your spine is nice and long. Interlock your fingers, so make that little basket weave. It's a little bandha, it's a lock. Doesn't really take much energy to keep those fingers locked together. Hands can come under the left foot. And we'll lift left lower leg parallel to earth. So starting with body tall, gaze or drishti on the left toes, slowly adding a little more length into that left hamstring. So you might have a little bend in the knee. That's just fine, as long as it's the perfect amount of stretch. That's what we're going for. Everyone's body's a little different. One more breath. Try and relax into the stretch. Beautiful. Planting left foot. All right, moving right into our spinal twist. So gentler version. Left foot could plant right where it is. You could cross left foot over right, a little more leverage. Body tall. Arms by your side. So option 1, you could lift right arm, drop the shoulder, cross the right arm in front of your chest. Use that upper arm as leverage to push the knee over toward the right as you lengthen your spine and twist through to the left. Or right arm can just hug the knee. You still get a little leverage there. Breathing. So left arm comes around, just kind of roots down wherever you can hold. Nice tall posture, little leverage. Try to find the ease. So our neck turns to gaze over left shoulder. Beautiful. Right leg relaxed. Shoulders relax. Think about twisting a little more from your right hip toward your left, from your right ribs toward your left ribs. And a little spin from right shoulder toward left, right ear toward left. Where's the ease? Where can you relax? Beautiful. And we'll come on out of our twist. Untwist your spine. Straighten up nice and tall. So option for cow face pose, variation. If your left foot is crossed over, you could just kind of step the left foot out to the right a little more and rest your shin on your thigh, or you could just keep it planted on the inside. We'll lift our left arm to sky this time. Let the shoulder blade drop down. Bend your left elbow so your fingertips touch your shoulder blades. Right arm can come up and over. So tricep stretch. Beautiful. Or right arm can come up from under. Breathing. Beautiful. One more breath here. Cow face pose with the leg variation. Beautiful. And release. Unwind those arms. Uncross your legs. Back to our staff pose. All right, let's bend our knees, plant the feet. Feet about hips width. Body nice and tall, sitting bones down. One more strength posture before we move into our final relaxation. So zip the spine up tall. We're still on that axial extension, so that spine is tall, one vertebra above the other, a little more space between the vertebra. Brace your abs, hands by your side, so all those postural muscles are locked in. Walk your heels in a little closer to your body. So we're just tucking the body into a tight little V. Fingers and toes are light here. Eventually we start leaning back and trying to find balance, but keep that spine long, axial extension. Fingers and toes light. You could also lift arms if you like. You could lift your lower legs if you like. You could do one at a time or both. You could do half or full. One more breath here. For boat, Navasana. Beautiful. Planting feet. Inhale tall. Bottoms of feet together, hips open. Sneaking in one more. This always feels good after boat. Butterfly. So just extend your feet just a little further away from your body so this diamond shape of your legs is a little longer. Spine nice and tall. Again, that basket weave with your hands. Inhale tall. Let your body fold forward so you can wrap that basket around your feet. And then just let the body round forward. Let your head just kind of release, relax, that neck release. Maybe your elbows are resting on your shins. Maybe they're over the legs. Couple breaths here. Breathing, long, deep breath. Last breath. Beautiful. Inhale tall. And we'll draw the knees together, roll onto our backs, full body stretch. Arms and legs long. Stretch out the front body. Stretch out the side body, maybe a little more into flexed feet. One side at a time. Maybe more into pointed toes. And then we'll find our Shavasana. So you could start by tucking your tailbone under, tucking your shoulder blades under. Let your arms rest comfortably. Then extend your heels. Let your legs extend your legs. Let your heels find the outer corners of the mat. Heels in, toes out. So you could be wider or narrower than the mat. Totally up to you. Or if it feels comfortable in your hips, like just a natural relaxation posture. So this would be kind of a perfect anatomical neutral when we're lying on our backs. Requires very little energy, very little muscular work. And then we can just allow the mind to find center somewhere within. Sometimes the mind knows right where to go, likes to lock right in. Other times the mind is active and it won't stay put. So if you have a more active mind, let the mind follow the breath. Rise in the fall of the breath. long, deep breath. Just allowing the body to breathe, trusting the pace of the breath. The body will just breathe for us. The mind does not need to be in charge of that. So maybe the mind can just trust. The mind, the body, the breath sync up, unite, find union. That, my friends, is yoga, the union of mind, body, and breath. Like a nice long Shavasana, please feel free to stay as long as you like. You can just follow along with your mind when we do our namaste. So whenever you're ready, bring a little movement back. Fingers, toes, maybe a little deeper breath. You can move the facial muscles around. A little deeper breath, a little bigger movement, still focused internally. Dhyana. As we take a few more breaths, finding our way back to seated. To any comfortable seated posture, no rush, stay focused internally, back to center, back to breath. We'll bring our mind's eye to focus on the mind's eye, right at center, Ajna. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra or Namaskar Mudra, palms and fingers align to the forehead, Ajna, honoring wisdom, our hands to heart center as we bow to honor the heart, honor love, devotion, compassion. Until we meet again, may we be more compassionate, more peaceful, more kind. Namaste. For practice this morning, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Wednesday, whatever day you're practicing with us. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you celebrate any other holidays this month, Happy Holidays. If you happen to be watching this video in July, Merry Christmas in July. Namaste.